finally gets its infrastructure bill. President Biden signed the $1.2 trillion deal at the White House today. Good evening. I'm Marie Mortera. The bill promises to rebuild America's crumbling roads, bridges, and more. News 3's Jeff Gillen takes a look at what's in it for us in Nevada. It is our top story.
We get billions, more than $4 billion to be exact. The roads and bridges it will fix are just part of the story. You may travel on four wheels, but my friend here, whom I met at Maryland and Charleston, gets around on two.
You got two wheels.
That's right.
What are the roads like around here? What's it like?
They're rough.
You probably know that already if you drive, or in his case, scoot around our city. Of the $4 billion we get, $2.5 billion will fix 1,100 miles of Nevada highways. According to the White House, each Nevada driver pays about $560 a year in repair costs, thanks to damage roads cause. In the crowd when the president signed the bill today, Nevada lawmakers like Senator Catherine Cortez Masto. Here's the impact she says the bill will have.
It invests in Nevada. It will create jobs. It will train so many workers across Nevada for these jobs and new jobs. But not only that, it will help invest and grow our economy.
The bill sends Nevada $225 million to replace or repair bridges. It sends public transportation $459 million. It sends us $38 million to build charging stations for electric vehicles. It sends Nevada airports $293 million. And it sends Nevada $100 million to provide broadband internet access across our state. Here's a number. 15% of our state has no internet at all. This bill will help. And as we suffer drought, Cortez Masto got $450 million into the bill for water recycling in California. That money helps pay for a recycling project we're doing with Los Angeles, so we can get a chunk of California's share of the Colorado River.
What does that mean? That means Nevada and California working together to augment the water on the Colorado River. That will help 500,000 homeowners.
And as we focus on broken supply chains, the bill helps there too, claims the White House. It fixes roads and ports nationwide to get goods moving again. According to the American Society of Civil Engineers, Nevada only gets a C on its infrastructure report card. Just go to Charleston Boulevard to see why. The sewage pipes these guys are fixing, they were built in 1962. Senator Jackie Rosen says we need the bill. She was also at the White House today.
Honestly, it's a historic bill. It's the most significant investment in American infrastructure since we built the interstate highway system.
And that was in the 1950s. It's 2021. Time for some infrastructure.
Well, before sitting down at the Thanksgiving table, consider the following. Are people there vaccinated? Are there any vulnerable guests? And have they been tested?
So I am very happy to report that this Thanksgiving is definitely not the same as last Thanksgiving.
Doctors say vaccinations, treatments, and available testing make this year safer for families. Still,
we still need to keep that in mind and not just pretend like it's 2019 all over again. We still are going to have to take some precautions.
And that starts, says Dr. Christina Madison with Roseman University, with the most important precaution.
Best dinner guest is a vaccinated dinner guest.
Also,
everyone who qualifies for the booster should get one. That's a really good precaution you can take.
Especially, says Dr. Jonathan Bakhtari, for those older than 65 or with serious underlying medical conditions. Dr. Stacey McHale with the Clark County Medical Society suggests another layer of protection.
Testing before they go to these family gatherings.
Like rapid over-the-counter tests for purchase at your local pharmacy.
Those rapid tests can allow patients to feel very comfortable that they're not going to bring active COVID infection to their families.
This holiday season, a recent survey revealed Thanksgiving air travel is expected to triple what we saw in 2020. Doctors say driving can prevent the long airline crowds. But ultimately, psychologist Renee Solomon says this year we should appreciate what we didn't have last.
It's so important now that we can be together with family and connect to actually do that.
And gather to safely make memories with those we love.
There's just so much to be thankful for, and I'm just really glad that we have the opportunity to say that we have come so far.
Now, as for children under 5 who still can't get the vaccine, doctors say surrounding them with vaccinated people is the best way to protect them. Also, keeping gatherings small or outside limits those risks too.
It was a case Republicans held up as proof of voter fraud that happened in 2020. But today, the man who made the claim pleaded guilty to voting more than once in last year's election. Our Jeff Gillen was in court today to see the conclusion of Nevada versus Donald Hartle.
In court Tuesday, Donald Hartle never said why he voted twice, but he pleads guilty, and if he follows the terms of the deal, will wind up with only a misdemeanor.
Yes, Your Honor, I would like to say that I accept full responsibility for my actions and regret them, and am thankful for your consideration.
That's the most Hartle said to the judge, who accepted the deal crafted between the state and Hartle's high-powered attorney, David Chesnoff. After an investigation by the Secretary of State, Nevada charged Hartle with voting twice in last year's presidential election. That's a felony with a prison term. Hartle was accused of using a mail ballot sent to his late wife to cast that second ballot. At the time, the Nevada Republican Party had used Hartle's story that somebody voted in his late wife's name to trumpet claims voter fraud existed and to sow doubt about the results of the election. This particular case of voter fraud was particularly egregious because the offender continually spread inaccurate information about our elections, despite being the source of fraud himself. I am glad to see Mr. Hartle being held accountable for his actions, said Attorney General Aaron Ford Tuesday. Judge Carly Kearney also weighed in.
Ultimately, this seems to be, to me, a cheap political stunt that kind of backfired and showed that our voting system actually works because you were ultimately caught.
Hartle is an executive with Ahern Reynolds, the company led by influential Republican Don Ahern. His company hosted a rally for Donald Trump last fall in Henderson. Under the terms of the deal, Hartle pays a $2,000 fine and is on informal probation for a year. If he stays out of trouble, he gets to withdraw his guilty plea and plead guilty to a misdemeanor.
Hi, everybody. I'm Reed Cowan from News 3 Las Vegas. We want to thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Remember, you can always see more of our videos by clicking on the video links. And also don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our YouTube updates. Thanks for watching.